You always just go at the red light.
I think like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, bro. Come on. All right, that's a cold intro. I can't lie. Big up Ian Wright. Happy birthday to Tony Adams, by the way. An extra big up to you lot tuned in. DG Nation, the People's Pundit. We're back, people. Please make sure you're smashing the like button. You're turning on your notifications. Hope you've had a great week. Hope you have a great weekend. Obviously, I hope Friday's been good. My Friday started a bit mad. Gone gym, prayed in good spirits. I tried, like, obviously, when you create content, you cut up clips in it. I tried to do it via StreamYard, and you might have seen actually 2 clips just randomly got posted. I thought you could set it to private, so I had to learn how to do that. But anyways, we're here. First bit of content from me today. 3 p.m. I've got Graham. Can't imagine you don't know Graham. He's on AFTV. He's a footballing mastermind, really. So it's a selfish collab, if I'm honest, because I like talking to Graham because obviously he's an Arsenal fan, but he understands football at that deeper level. Tomorrow I've got a video coming out around Semenyo, people. So again, I've got you lot covered, man. It don't matter what period we're here. So yeah, smash the like button. We're gonna get into everything in just a moment. Apparently Odegaard's actually out for 6 to 8 weeks. Allegedly, more concerns could be potentially arriving where Gyokeres is concerned. Saka scored a scorcher and a cracker of a goal for England, and you know he's broken a record. And hey, Saka's inevitable. The Black Iron Robin, they sit there and say they're not moved by him. He's not aesthetically pleasing. Shut the hell up. World-class footballer doing world-class things. When it comes to England, he stands up to be counted. He's got rappers bred in. Gunner, he's bred in him. You would have seen after the game. And I can't lie, Gunner, your name is Gunner. We are the Gunners. Get the songs and the bars out there, man. Link 21 Savage as well. Bust me as well, because I know the after party be lit. But yeah, and apparently Gabriel Jesus is linked with a move away from this football club. So yeah, we're gonna get into all of that, people. So yeah, smash the like button. Any comments, all those things get in. Hey, big up 2-3. Hey, Karma, you're gonna get some relax. Big up Karma as well. Absolute legend on the platform. I know I'll give her a lot of shit, but one of the members, man, Declan Rice to the platform, and Derek. Bukayo Saka, man. If you're not here, you're always in the. Don't think you lot. I don't see everything. Derek, without fail, you're in all the comments. So big up you and big up the Aussies, man. Big up the Australians. I keep saying this, and big up everyone around the world. I keep saying this, but I don't know who is promoting me in Australia. I don't know what's going on in Parliament or whatever, but it seems like the Aussies, statistically, like Australia is one of my most, like the countries that most view my content. And at one point, I think they were about 6th, 7th, they're top 4 now. So big up the Aussies, man. We have to go over there one day. Revolutionary potential. Respectfully, you must have changed your name. Oh, it's H. I can tell because he always comments this as well. Hit the like button on the way in. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss streams and uploads. Again, yeah, man, we're anti-algorithm over here, man. Smash the like button. I know it sounds cliche, but it helps, man. Every like, every comment, every pressing the hype button, every leaving a comment in the comment section, it gets us out there. I say us because it's us, and big up yourself 2-3, man. Nems, appreciate you as well, because you clearly don't pick good football clubs to support. You're a Liverpool fan, but you know about content creators, so large up yourself. Afternoon, brother. Hope you're doing well and safe. Man said Chiesa better than Saka. You don't even believe that yourself, but I understand the trolling. Edward, one love, man. DG needs to go back into the gym. You're losing your gains, bro. First thing, I'd say stop watching, man, like that. Second of all, I'm in a slimming process. It's trying to do the Mayweather thing. Third of all, and you know me, I don't need an introduction to do this, but who's losing what where, blood? Losing what where, fam? We're here, bro. Don't ever try to start on my thing like we're not here, bro. Yeah? Don't do that. Don't do that. Now, people are watching me with no top. Don't do that, man. Look in the mirror as well. You see, if I learn kickboxing or something, it's mad. It's mad. All right, cool. Calm down. You see, you got me excited. You know what? You woke me up. You started the BS. The BS has started. For Saka is definitely the Black Iron Robin because he's inevitable with that left foot, man. Everybody, and this is what annoys me, yeah. I'm all for football debates. I'm all for this one's better and that one, yeah. But nobody, again, just based on what people say about my football club, and I know Arsenal fans are special, nobody rates our players. Everyone that, you know, if there's a centre mid, immediately compared to Rice, right winger, immediately compared to Saka, so on and so forth. Nobody rates our players. Everyone's got better players. Nobody rates the gaffer. Nobody rates the club. We're second and bottlers, etc. Ole. So why do you lot talk on us so much? Everybody can tell you the exact amount Arsenal have spent, you know, And they don't know for the other clubs, even though they've spent more. Now, granted, I only care about Arsenal 100%. I want to scrutinise our money. Even when it comes to criticising Mikel Arteta, I'm all for praise and positive criticism. But, big up you lot, yeah. Go and check out the video I did on the Sun, yeah, because it was around debating Arsenal and things like that. And they were saying, is Mikel Arteta a flop? Now, you lot know me. I'm not a Mikel Arteta apologist. But I just think in football, everything, and I know it's designed around rage baiting and things. It doesn't make sense. How can you say, and this ain't me saying Arteta's the guy forever and all that stuff. You can't say he's a flop. If he left today, if you could put your mind back when he came into this football club and then he left today, are we not, from what you see off the field, from what you see with the fans, from what you see with the club, from what you see on the pitch and everything else, are we not in two different zones? Everybody's getting at us for bottling the league and all these things. Go back in time when man are talking about Leicester and Spurs power shift. We're not a big club anymore. In his 6 years, you can't do that. And everyone knows about his spending. Now, granted, for me, if you're going to have that conversation, which has legitimate sense, you've got to break it down. From the first year, Gabriel Jesus is Zinchenko's first year till now, by all means. Now you scrutinize the money. Now you talk about things. He's fixed the club back up. Whether you can get over the line is another thing. And until you get over the line, wait, I'm on anything. Like for me, I must admit, if Arteta left tomorrow, you don't know I love young players and development and all this kind of giving people time. I'm not on it no more. If Arteta leaves tomorrow, bring me Luis Enrique, bring me someone like that, get me over the line because we're flirting with it. But that's it, man. Random rant. Big up yourselves, man. DG, my daughter's one birthday this weekend. Happy birthday on behalf of myself to your loved one, your daughter, man. Come on. You know what? It's always nice to see the man who get daughters, Big up your princess, man. Many more to come, man. Many more to come. Stripping for man as well. Definitely not stripping for man. When it comes to YouTube, come on, like we're all inclusive. Let's be serious. Obviously, we talk about football that tends to be male centric. You see the Brownings, like you see. Come on now, let's be serious. You see the comment section. Let's be serious. You never know. This is how you get DMs. Come on. This man's a stripper. Hey. Calm down. Too much banter. The man said, I'm in love with a stripper. Tom, you're a bad guy. You're. I got to walk away for a second. You're a dickhead. I set myself up. Tom's a bad guy. He's doing counter-attacking. I thought he came to the Emirates. He's doing low block. I was like, fuck it. Inverted fullbacks, high line. And he just went, bang. One ball down the middle. A bit like Bowen last year against us. Horrible man. Love for the super chat. But you're a horrible guy, bro. Horrible guy, man. Exactly. EAA. They don't know, bro. They don't understand what ignorance is bliss, man. Anything for you lot's entertainment. You lot are horrible, man. Everywhere. You lot are horrible, man. Smash the like button if you're trying to boy me at the very least. I think we're the biggest team on the internet. 100%. Now, don't get twisted. I do think some Arsenal fans want to have their cake and eat it. Like, man want to say we're the best and we're the biggest and that. You don't want to be held to those standards. You want to make out everything's exciting. But one thing that annoys me as Arsenal fans, yeah, let's be honest, whether it's content creators, whether it's like journalists, whether it's big social media accounts, one thing that annoys me, yeah, and I might be exaggerating, Arsenal is followed by thousands in this country, millions worldwide, isn't it? Like we got Australia, America, Canada, all different things in my chat, primarily because we're Arsenal fans, right? So that's millions of people. Man, take the 10 weirdest and outrageous opinion, and it's like everybody holds that opinion. What annoys me, and you'll see it when I go on other platforms, people are like, oh, but Arsenal fans said this. I'll always reply, what Arsenal fans? Who said that? Who? Where? They don't speak for me. Like, they don't speak for you lot. But it is what it is. Let's be honest. Arsenal pay the bills. Like, we keep the lights on. If a lot of people didn't talk about Arsenal, they got fuck to talk about. How many times you see people that got nothing to do with our football club? Arsenal are scary. Algorithm whores. And as Arsenal fans, we're never going to learn it because as society, it's not changed. Until we learn to ignore these things, they're always going to buy it. Like, for instance, the Tonali stuff with Paul Scholes. I actually think Tonali is probably one of the most underrated players in the Premier League. I don't think it's a bewildering conversation to say, is he better than Rice or Caicedo, all of that. But they're not trying to speak from a footballing angle. It's just to trigger you lot. So whether, because Tonali, for example, whether he's better than Rice or not, whether this one, bro, ignore it. I know it's hard and I know it's not thingy, but we know we're never going to get a fair trial. We know it's mad. So forget it. Like even the whole defensive stuff. Cool, get on to us for defending and all these things, but we score more goals than teams that are praised for attacking. And last time I checked, everybody said Arsenal face low blocks 9 times out of 10, right? So if we're being criticized as defending and you lot are setting up like that, surely it's not just us. And that's before we even talk about the celebration, all stuff. Some teams are allowed to celebrate, we're not. I just want clarity. and equality. Everybody gets drawn out, everybody gets praised, but it's never going to happen. So, as Arsenal fans, and I only say this from a place of love, I'll be absolutely honest. I actually feel if you're still getting mad by the media outlets, the YouTubers, the disingenuous lot, even Arsenal people, whether they Arteta can walk on water or a spare negative, you have to hold yourself accountable. Like, if you know that certain places is not going to be what you want, don't read it, don't view it, just continue with your life. If we could do that widespread, then they have to talk about something else. They talk about Arsenal and Man United the most, but neither here nor there. Even that, Arteta's not going to do it. He's bottled it for 2-3 years. Remember, like, we got to the whole, what was it? I would say, like, Liverpool, when we played Liverpool and City, there was that stench of we're not going for it. We're bottlers. We're all of these things. Liverpool are running away with it, which they might. Performance against Newcastle. Now we're the favourites. Nobody can stop us. We've got the best, this, that, and the other. And it's going to fluctuate. Like, nobody's running for what everybody's saying about Liverpool. I don't look at the league table, disclaimer, but they're only a point behind. So it's going to fluctuate. We're going to win 1 week and lose 1 week. They're the same for them. And people actually need to keep throwing City into this. And don't let Chelsea get away with this, because when they won the Club World Cup, now we're going to start doing agendas. Their fans were sitting there and saying, oh, yeah, we're favourites for the league. We're going to leapfrog Arsenal. We're in the Champions League conversations. All right, cool. You might. You're with us. You're with us. But you're right, man. But we're never going to ignore it, bro. Bro, I want to buy your gold subscription. If I may ask, what do you get? It would be on YouTube. It would be on YouTube. Everything will be on YouTube. Sean, I can't lie, though. Members, we're going to start changing that. We're going to start changing things, because for me, admittedly, I'm getting a bit bored with everything, man. Like, you know what? We're just going to focus on just build. We're a football team here, innit? Like, our YouTube channel is a football team. We're going to build this family, build this community, and like, we're just going to be more interactive, because like I said, everybody's got to go where their mindset is. And I enjoy you lots of opinions, whether it's the jokes, whether it's the banter. Jay, one of my members, Jay's typically here. We disagree on everything. Like, Arteta could do no wrong. But I'd rather hear it from you lot. So we're gonna rework that. I find making content, maybe I'm at that stage where it's frustrating, because nobody talks about the football anymore. Like, nobody's got no balance. No one talks about the football. The people that you lot bred, like, they don't really know what they're talking about. Like, it's jarring, bro. Like, it's proper jarring. So I'd rather we'll just build our own island, man. So yeah, we're gonna pattern that. But yeah, go on my YouTube channel. We'll tell you everything, man. We're gonna start bringing out, you know what? Probably put it behind the members rule. I was thinking of a series, just like every day, how I feel as an Arsenal fan. Just because for me, I should have started in August. Just for me, maybe in the summer, but I should have started in the summer, and then obviously all the way to May, just so I can look back for myself as well as you lot and see how did I actually feel at any given time. We gotta get back to it, man. We gotta get back to that, man. I've had enough. I'm in my villain arcs, man. Hey, be nice. Hey, big up Northside for the raid. Assuming that's like Northside Arsenal fan. I don't know, because there's always other YouTubers, but one love Northside for that one there, man. My guy. By the way, bro, thanks for motivating, man. I've got a new job. I'm back in the gym. Always show love. Eden, you done that yourself, bro. Maybe I said something and I don't know, like, maybe you thought, yeah, maybe he's got a point, but you did that yourself. You got yourself the job. You got yourself in the gym, and that's what we want to hear. So big up everyone, man. Everyone try to elevate their thing in some way, shape, or form, man. So yeah, man. Afternoon DJ in the community. Big S, my guy. New Skeptitude is rude. It's cold, It's cold. You know what us North Londoners do, man. You know, North London's the best place in London. And to be brutally honest, he went to my secondary school. Older than, man. But yeah. Do you go to games? Not as much, but I do pick them sporadically. I'm trying to go Atletico Madrid. I'll be real. I'm trying to go Atletico Madrid. I really want to go Atletico Madrid. I told you lot before I was going to snake you lot and go Arsenal versus City, but it never happened, man. Why have you got KG as your think this guy's a mad? SLD's mad, man. You can raid on YouTube. So yeah, big up Northside for that one. And if you're over here from Northside's channel, if you're not aware of Northside, better yet, go over there and support the thing. If you're new here, then hit the subscribe button. Why is this weird? The way you lot can't see it, but they've changed the YouTube studio. Everything's not laid in the way that it's supposed to be. But as I said, yeah, we're gonna just start making this a community and a family, because I'm quite tired of external noise. So just like that, this has become subscriber only mode. So if you're a sub, you're all good. If you're not, boy. So yeah, one love Northside for that one as well, and all his killies, man. Paul Scholes didn't behave like an ex-pro talking like that with Tonali and Rice comparison. I'll be real, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. Where I think there's something wrong with it is let's be honest, it's disingenuous. You're not trying to have a legit conversation around Tonali and Rice and all of these things. You're trying to stir the pot, really. And that's one thing that jars me, yeah. Because for me, you must rate my players. I'm not even saying Rice and Gabriel and Saliba and Saka and this one and that one. I'm not even here to say they're the best in the world, but you must rate them. You must rate them because the minute there's the next guy in their position at another club, they're linked. How much challenges have tried to come at Bukayo Saka's throne and it's gone left? There's one at United who's a fullback now. Says everything, doesn't it? But that's cool. For me, Arteta, just get me the thing over the line, man. If you don't, you're not going to get sacked. But like I said, I don't even think, I'm not even one of them. Like, Arteta's mad terrible. And that it's just, I think you're a good coach. I think you've done well. There's so much things I think I could praise you about. Actually, I would, from a, like, talking about football at its purest level, I do think Arteta's a bit of a genius. And I'd love to have a beer and speak about football with him. Unfortunately, though, I support Arsenal. And you've made me flirt with it. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but in terms of consistent success, I'm not one of them fans. I don't think we can do the domination thing like City and that, but consistent success, like within these 3 years, 4 including now, you're like, bro, there could have been a league or two. There could have been a league and some cups. We've never been close to just doing that and having some fucking good times at the Emirates. So you've made me, we're closer to doing that than going away. So for me, I'm on anything. If you can do it, great. What fan wouldn't? If not, oof, conversations. But for me, I think I'll be honest, I think the Arteta in-out thing, it's not that it's without claim, yeah, but I've said this at the start of the season, and I genuinely still think if you don't rock up with a bit of silverware, I don't think you're getting sacked. I don't want to do this, but you know how nuances is going to be. As long as you don't tail off, you're going to be there. And as much as I like to speak about that, I am at that point, like, even if as mad as it is, and I don't even know if mathematically could bang, if City or Liverpool have 99 points, have 100 points, and we finish second with 99, obviously everyone will say, you know what, it's harsh and whatever, but I'm at the stage, and I would say that as well, but I'm also at the stage of bottom line, he didn't do it, innit? Like, it don't matter really and truly, like, you need to win something. Premier Champs makes us all happy. At the very least, I want a lot more, but you need to win a trophy. You need to, I wouldn't even say save face, but at least you've won something, innit? You've got over the line, man. Member phone in show DG would be cool. I'm trying to get that done, but again, you know I'm not good with technology. How do you get that sorted? If someone can show me the way, I'll do it, because I would love to do that. And I'd love to invite other people, but at the same time, you know how the internet is, people weird. I don't want weird stuff going on. It's what normal men and women that want to talk about football and all of these kind of things. Man said, send for goldfish. Use that. Get the numbers up, then back to normal schedule. Pussy needs unbelievable. Oh my God. Oh shit. Nah, sending's never been my style. You know my thing. He ain't done nothing to me. As long as people leave me alone, it's all good, isn't it? Like, it's all good. And that's dead, man. That's dead. That's dead. People have sent for me on YouTube and, like, in the most respectful way, it doesn't make sense to reply to you, bro. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, if you think you can do something great, like, I'm all ears, but it don't make sense, bro. If you've got like 10 subscribers and you're sending for me, it doesn't make sense me replying. It don't make sense. People think they can come into this on a 50 cent thing. A man said collab with Turkish would bang, especially now that he's left AFTV. Shout out Turkish. Hey, I'm gonna put people on blast. Turkish, I saw you in January. Like, my guy, a long time. We did. Does that shout me? You know who's texted you. You've heard it. And it's not a bad man thing. He's busy. But, like, everybody keeps saying this. The Turkishes, the Curtises, all of these got troops. All of these got, bro, it's with them. It's with them. You know me. I'm not with the begging thing. We've tried. Go ask them. Leave that with them. It's nothing to do with me now. So, yeah, man. Big up everyone. DG motivated me to get more than one gal. Speak for yourself. I didn't do that. We're God-fearing men here, not involved. This guy's still sending for my man about getting turfed in the gym. You always push strong messages. That's why I tap in, keep going. Because sometimes you need to hear it, man. And, you know, sometimes you lot say things. Like, even yesterday in the gym, like, I wouldn't say down in it, but I was in a mellow mood, and like somebody obviously come up to me, they're like, yeah, like your content, someone whose music I actually used to watch, and they're like us, in it. Gave me a little spring in my step, like, oh, yeah, you know what? There's a mission behind this, you know, and I'd like to think I represent the commoner, like the common man or woman, the normal fans, like just the normal lovers of football. They're not clubs and shit, but lovers of football. So yeah. I like when DG collabs with rival fans. To be fair, I'm acting, you know. I'm acting with that one. I'm acting, not doing that. I'm acting. It's difficult, though, man. It's difficult because everyone's got their own things to do. Then politics comes into it. And, like, to be honest, I think a lot of YouTubers are divas, if I'm honest. You got to remember, we're just talking about football. We could, you know what? we could sit there and make it happen. Again, it's all designed to pattern this for you lot. So if you ain't hit the subscribe button, the like button, come on, man, keep the mics on, as we keep saying, man. So yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be good, man. We're gonna have to do vlogs, brother, when you go sporadically. Then uploading your membership is the small things. Vlogs though, what's man gonna vlog? If I go to games, fair enough. Do you know what? I might put on my camera, yeah. There's like, because I've been to like some industry events and obviously met Ornstein and all these kind of things and Smith Rowe. I might just mash it all up into a video for you lot, man. We gotta expand, man. Gotta expand. Big up Tom. We need to get Tom on. Tom's my guy. Tom's one of the realists. We get Tom. We'll get Tom. Big up Tom, man. Big up Tom. Big up Tom. We're in talks. I don't know where my phone is, but I'm in talks. Well, we got Graham today. We got Graham today. Phone in show would be great. Football chat and life in it. You know what? Leave it with me. You lot better turn up though, because I don't want to have to call myself and act like a weirdo. Like, you better turn up. Don't sell my dreams. Don't sell my dreams. Love for the super chat, Els. Big up yourself, man. The beginning of wisdom is the beginning of wisdom is to fear the Lord. Well said, DG. Yeah, bro. Like, without God, there ain't nothing in this world. Big up you lot, whatever you lot believe, whatever God. But for me, yeah, it's a God thing, innit? Still, it's a God thing still. DG phoning show would turn into a dating advice. I can't give dating advice. You know what? I was gonna do a video around that. You know, I can't give dating advice. My love life. Darkness. I can see you guys in the gym bench press 120 kg, leg press 300 kg, reps of 10 if people want smoke. Yeah, I can't, boy. 300. Yeah, I'm not even gonna sit here and I can't do them things. I ain't trying to compete, man. Just trying to compete with myself, be better than I was yesterday. I don't even like going gym anymore, if I'm honest. I do like it, but I don't like it. It's just discipline, and I like what it does to this. I just feel better. In the same way, it's a bit weird. If you don't go, you feel a bit like, I think it fucks with my mental health, man. I'm the striker of this community football team. DG's our ball boy. Hey, I don't mind being you lot's ball boy, because you lot have this whole content thing. Yeah, I didn't know any of this would happen when I started my first video. You lot have made me live a movie, and hopefully that continues. So I'll be you lot's ball boy. I'm Mikel Arteta. You lot are the players. SLD. I'm not gonna lie though. You're not Saka. You're not Rice. You're not Saliba. You're not Gabriel. You're none of them. You're not even Max Dowman. You might be a little Kivio, man. Every now and again, you stand up to be counted. Little Kivio. Arsenal will bottle it. For me, I want my boys to be fearless, because I genuinely look at my life like this, and football's the same. What's the worst they could say? God forbid, but if we don't win the title, Arteta's have bottled it again. The players have bottled it again. Be fearless, man. We need to win. I can't lie. Arteta, it's unacceptable not to get silverware this year, and the boys, but it's actually unacceptable. You got the champs, you got the Prem, you got the League Cup, you got the FA Cup, and we can't win one of those. Make sure. Because I think the depth is up there with the potential. We've got the best depth in the league. I'd have to fine-tune all other teams, but we must be up there in world football. Collectively, as a team, we're one of the best defensive teams. Individually, you know what our defenders are on. A couple of our players are top 5 in their position, top class, world class. Come on now. Seriously, come on now. Boys, come on. It's actually childish now. Enough is enough. Silverware. We need to be in Islington doing this. Hopefully, it's a couple of bits and pieces of silverware, if I'm honest. We need to, like, seriously, enough's enough. I think it's fair. And for the Arteta apologists, yeah, you can't have your cake and eat it. Because I would just love to just ask them several questions. Would it be fair to say you think we've got one of the best defensive ethoses? Do you rate our attackers and some of them individually? You clearly rate the manager. Bare positive statistics every week, more points than the Invincibles, all them great statistics. I'm not knocking it. It shows me that we're a good team. But to become a great team, you got to put yourself in history. So if I ask them all of that and say, yeah, you finished second, even with injuries last season, you finished second, I'll just ask them, say all of that and say, so is it fair to say that we are closer to potentially and competing in the champs? Is it fair to say we are closer to getting over the line than going the other way? If they say yes, I've got them then. So then why can't we ask questions? Because there is some undefeated, like, I actually like Arteta. I'm not an apologist. Like, I don't think he's mad shit and all these things, but there's some things you can't defend. If you rate Donny that highly, you need to win something. Winning's not everything, but it feels like we're the only ones not doing that. So let's go, man. It's time now. It's time now, man. It's time now, man. Like, seriously, it's time now. I'm getting impatient, man. It's criminal, Sean. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Hey, Nathan, calm down with the angst thing. I don't mind being you lot's ball boy. If your girlfriend insists on having an open relationship, is she for the streets? That's crazy. What? Your girlfriend. She can't be your girlfriend. You remove as soon as that sentence comes out of her mouth, that relationship's collapsed. Safe. Go do that. Go. I don't want. Listen. I want to watch my mouth, but we all know where that goes. If I agree to that, it means I don't care. It means I'm just beating anyways. It means I'm just beating. It means no matter what I could have told you, you've never been my girlfriend. We're just here. If she wants to have an open relationship, safe. For the streets, overly wants it. She wants to sign herself up for that. She wants to sign herself up for that. So let her go do it. And you know how it is with girls, yeah? If they break up with you, men lose first, innit? Like, we lose first. Then when they realize, oh my God, I miss him, man, I should have done that. Safe. Shouldn't have let more man drive the car, bro. Myth. Absolute myth. Until we, as a fan base, stop biting, rage bait will continue to exist. There's never going to be unity, bro. Like, the only hope of some unity will be if we win something. And for me, there should be unity. Like, it's a democracy, in it. Like, bro, I don't understand. And this is why big up Northside as well, because he's one of the best examples. You don't see the creators that I'm cool with or make content with. You know, you've got the Northsides, the Kennys, the Lees, the Harrys, the Toms, the Alexes, different people. Like, I'm probably the only YouTuber that kind of like a centralist, in it. I don't really care what they feel. Like, you're allowed to think what you think, in it, as long as you can articulate such, in it. There should, regardless of how fans feel, there should be unity. Because imagine if Arsenal content creators were one. Like, if we played a game of football, think about the 11. Like, all of us content creators, a myth. And plus, you probably got, you know, my man who owns that big channel over there backing it as well. He could do the Roman Abramovich thing. If you slapped all the Arsenal content creators on the pitch, or an 11, all the Chelsea ones, all the City ones, if you can find 11 City fans, all them Liverpool ones, we're tucking them in. We're absolutely mashing them up on the football field. So there should be unity, but it's never going to happen, man, because I do think there's too much self-indulgence, man. And one thing that does annoy me about making content is, like, some people might not like me, but I might bring content creators who go against the grain of what you believe. And, oh, why are you talking to them? And because life would be boring if we all thought the same thing, had the same thoughts. And I don't know about anyone, yeah. I could draw my own, and I'm sure you lot can as well. You could draw your own opinions. Like, I could hear someone out, I might learn something and think, oh, I never thought about it like that. I might just like their trail of thought, but that's what they believe. That's what I believe. But unfortunately, there's too much echo chambers. There's just too much breading. This is why it's now time for us to just make our own thing now. Like, there's just too much breading, too much sucking dick. Like, there's just too much things that I'm actually getting quite sick of it. Because whether it's YouTube, whether it's the media, can we just get to fucking talking about the football legitly? Like, Like, if there's a million reasons to cry, we'll analyze that. And to be happy and all of these kind of things. It's all agenda-driven, algorithm, Oreos and shit, man. It's jarring, bro. It's jarring, man. It's a double-edged sword. It's a lose-lose scenario. Why do we have so many swingers in this chat? Whoa. Whoa. Why is everyone at Gary Neville like more than usual? Because he spoke the truth about society, isn't it? Like, again, and I don't know about no other country. It's funny how free speech works, because you see it with Jeremy Corbyn, you saw it with Gary Lineker, you see it with Gary Neville, but that's it, man. She was never yours to begin with. Look at this Vern guy, he's back, man. Trophyless again, ole. Vern, how? Are you talking to someone else? It can't be Arsenal, because we won something in May. Did you not watch the women win the Champions League? I keep saying this. What are you talking about? Did we not win something in pre-season? Come on now. Can't include me with that. You're going mad. Kim, appreciate you. Big up DG from Antigua. We're flooding out down this side, still watching the show. Flipping hell. First things first, you and your loved ones stay safe, and everybody else, appreciate that. Big up the West Indies, man. Bloody hell. Stay safe, man. We need to see them armpits this season. It's been so long. Bro, like, let's be real, yo. When it's all said and done, this Arsenal thing is a movie. Like, these last 3 years, exclude this year because it'd be 4. When it's all said and done, how? Like, we know how, but like, there should be at least what, maybe I'm exaggerating, but there could have been a 3-peat of Premier Leagues. There could have been 1 at the very minimum. There could have been 2. Oh, we've had some good nights out. Like, I very rarely dream, because I think Arsenal, unfortunately, you lot have robbed me of that in the Emirates era. But the Bernabeu game at Real Madrid, when we actually done it, and I saw the players obviously doing all of that, you know what? I don't want to get excited, but maybe, just maybe, we might get over the line. The first year we fought for the title, I didn't really believe we'd win it. I didn't, like, it was harsh to collapse it like that. The second year, it was harsh. It was a bitter pill to swallow because of our form towards the end of the year. And like, come on, man. The Premier League trophy is at City's ground on the last day. It's here. Like, you can see it. Didn't happen. Last year, I'm more frustrated at the club, and I have more sympathy for the fans and the players. I think those that make the decisions in relation to recruitment, what you did this summer, you should have done it last year, innit? You know the saying in life, start as you mean to go in, people. Go on, people. We didn't do that. We had a shit summer. Not, big up Marino, big up Calafiori, but it was a shit summer. Man got injured, and we stumbled along. And even that, you're no way on it, but you still finished second. So that's my point of what could have been. Now, you've put your best foot forward. God forbid. But you see, like now, this year, if we get injuries to the capacity that we had last year, now I would start to say, oh, we're unlucky and things like that. And it's completely off topic, yeah. But some of you Arsenal fans make me sick. Make me sick. Some of you cheered on Spurs last year, so you make me sick. Some of you were happy Chelsea beat Liverpool, and I understand why. But we never do that. There's got to be another way. There's got to be another play. Liverpool looks stinky. Everybody kind of looks stinky, if I'm honest. Like, nobody's firing. Nobody's out of the blocks. City are... I still think City could be got at. I think if I was Brentford, I'd wonder how I didn't win, but they've got positives and negatives. Liverpool as well. And at the end of the day, yeah, when you deep it, if I put myself in Liverpool's shoes, because of the turnover and everything, they know from minute one of this Premier League kicking off to now, they haven't always been amazing. Like, they haven't been amazing. There's been some fortune and stuff, but they've been getting results. Now, when they lost to Palace or the 3 L's, they've lost 3 games in a row, right? Because I just think they've lost to Palace. I feel like they've lost 3 games in a row in all comps. They probably thought, you know what, we're due that. But then if I look at it in the Premier League, you're a point off Arsenal. You've got 1 or 2 losses where you probably know in your heart you earned it. You were owed that. You've got points on the board. You know you need to get better. You would have taken that. I think without the season playing out the way it's played out week in, week out, I think if you asked, I don't know for City, but if you ask Liverpool, Arsenal, or Arsenal on Arteta, would they take the points on the board and how everything's played out blindly? I think they would have had it. So there's a lot to do, man. There's a lot to do. And Liverpool are still the favourites for me. I don't think they're invincible. And it's not like when City were in their prime and they're just bullying it and no one can stop them. But for me, they've got the know-how because they've done it. They've got the players. The only thing that shags them is obviously, for me, is that I think there's issues around depth. I think there's chinks in the armor and teething problems. And that's one thing we, in theory, even though we brought in 8 players, should have over Liverpool, in that there's more stability here. But they're still the top dons. And they've brought in Isaac. And I mean, Isaac is a new signing, but it's going to be like a new signing. He ain't really got going, has he? And it's inevitable with him. But I do look at Liverpool, I think defensively, it looks a bit mad. I think some of the decisions tactically looks a bit mad. I see every now and again, I'll peep Liverpool content creators or Reddit and just see Reddit. Man said Reddit and see how they're speaking. Some of them are saying, yo, Mo Salah needs to get dropped and all these kind of things. Now, football is fickle because Salah goes and slaps in a hat-trick in their next game. It's different, but I'm like, you know what? Only we can stop ourselves, And I'm vexed, man. Arteta, we can't go back in time. And you could have went for it at Anfield and lost here, but you see how you've been moving against, how you moved against Newcastle, the performance, everything, the in-game management. See how you set the boys up then? That's what we should have been doing at Anfield. That's what we should have done at City. But cool, we can't go back in time. Make sure you learn your lessons because, again, fine margins. Every game's a cup final. Every team is difficult. All of this kind of stuff that they say. Marcel's in a way. I can't lie. Since Liverpool lost, he's been missing, mate. He's been missing, man. We might need to send a search party out for him, man. It's darkness, man, if I'm honest with you. It's absolutely darkness, man. But yeah, big up Vern as well. He's a Liverpool lad, but big fan of the flag behind him, man. Corner baddies. Corner boys in the building. Shut up, man, about corner baddies. Yeah, corner boys and corner baddies. What do you mean? You lot are Man United. I don't know about that. We're all inclusive. Why do you want to unite with Man? Yeah, we can be corner baddies. Come on. Like, man. You didn't think about that. AFTV was supposed to bring that unity, but it's just brought toxicity to the Arsenal fan base. Other fan bases do spread positivity. Yeah, I hear that, but like, I'm sure if I speak to, I don't know about the Liverpool major platforms and all of that, and United and all of that, and all the other clubs, Chelsea, etc. I'm sure that fans would say the same. BS, if I'm honest with you, these ones are positive, these ones are negative. Only we can bring unity, man. Like, and to be honest with you, obviously FTV is still gonna have that like rap over their name over. Probably when it started and where Arsenal were, but I think if anything, like Robbie and that, like it's mad positive on the platform. If I'm honest with you, and to be fair, I don't feel obviously like the ones that are gonna go viral. You're not necessarily gonna whatever, but like there's for as much as people criticize the more stronger characters, but there's been a lot of thoughtful guys that have been on AFTV, if that makes sense. The Grahams of this world, etc. But the problem is like, Common sense don't sell, bro. Unfortunately, on social media, like it's all effing and blinding and shouting and carrying on and saying mad stuff that you might not believe. Like I could say something dumb. I don't know. Like Nuno Tavares is the best left foot I've ever seen in the world. Like it's craziness, man. Like it is what it is. Would you? To be honest, I haven't said it that much. But what is one thing you don't used to get onto me for always saying it? I'm not telling you what to think. Just think. That's it. Just think. Just think for yourself. Draw your own conclusions. And just live your life, man. Just live your life, man. And I do think, and let me not, like, I do think with Robbie's thing, it's a bit of an underbelly color thing because, like, there's too much vim. So, yeah, man. Big up everyone, man. 2-time Community Shield winners. Come on, they can't diss Arctic. I'm not a swinger, respectfully. I'm selfish when it comes to being a swinger is crazy. That is, oh, brother. Newcastle are under the radar. They've had a tough start. You could never sleep on Newcastle with what they've got with Eddie Howe. Obviously, to be honest, their trio in midfield, you can make a case of that's the best, like, cohesive unit in the Prem. I don't think so. I rate mine when everything's going above theirs. I think Liverpool have it. Chelsea's on paper, but when you actually look at it, like Newcastle's functions a bit better, in it. Joe Linton knows his role, Kamara's knows his role, Tonali knows his role. I kind of think at Chelsea it feels like watching 3 individuals in the middle of the park, really. But maybe that's a Maresca thing. If Liverpool lose, we have to capitalize, or all this block party stuff our fans are doing will be for nothing. Everyone just needs to calm down. But what did you say there? Like when Liverpool do slip, you need to take advantage. Our next thing is to go on a run, bro. Like we have to go on a run. The games don't look like you. To be honest, you look at our fixtures and there's games you should win, but there's ones that make you nervous. We need to just go on a run. We need to go on a run. We need to hope Liverpool keep dropping more points. DG, would you take Virgil van Dijk as backup to Saliba and Gabriel? Yeah. Clean his boots. Arsenal, as much as I hate it, look good. Eze's a game changer, but give Arteta time, he'll mash him up. Nah, he's cool, man. Arteta, the pennies drop, man. For me, look how we moved against Newcastle. It weren't this pussy old thing like, oh my God, let's sit back Marino in midfield. Like, we're like, yeah, we need to be spot on defensive. Let's go. Eze's cold. The one thing I'll say with you, Eze, and to be honest, the whole team, because Arteta, I have criticized you up until, so like, the first game of this, well, last season, pre-season, every game that we've played, whether we've won, lost, or drawn, scored no goals or bare goals up until Newcastle, right? I've criticized Arteta because I have never believed that you just sign Gyokeres or a striker or a left winger or better attackers and it's there, because I've not seen the blueprint. I saw that defensively to sit there and say, you get better defenders and see what you're doing. So I think there was issues. Now, as I said, cut off that. Now you look at the Newcastle, Olympiacos, West Ham game. I can't really sit there and say that with Arteta. I think your game management's been good. I think whatever, it's above my pay grade, but whatever you're doing tactically, we're creating chances now. Like people are playing in the roles they should be playing. The players have to finish their dinner, and to go to the next level, Eze, you should have scored back-to-back Prem goals. Gyokeres, obviously a different dynamic. You should be getting on the score sheet. Trossard, you should have bagged against Newcastle. Everybody just needs to do some finishing practice, if I'm honest. I'm the Ozil of the channel, not gonna lie. Oh, so you go missing when times are hard, but you're here for the sunny days. Fair enough. Ozil, you know I love you, didn't deserve that. Newcastle had 5 clean sheets and played Arsenal, Liverpool, Bournemouth, Leeds, but Newcastle gonna be there. It'd be interesting to see what Newcastle look like post. Is his name Waltmade? Is his name Waltmade? I can't lie. I think he scored the best penalty I've seen in years. You know, that penalty he scored for Newcastle. I think that's the best penalty I've seen. Yeah, you could say people have done Panenkas and all these things, but that was a serious pen. And obviously, this is not fit either. I still don't understand, apart from backup, and you know, you could sit there and say you got a Premier League experience, backup goalkeeper, England international, and Aaron Ramsdale. I don't get the Ramsdale guy in Newcastle. I get it from that. I get it from, you know, you've worked with Eddie Howe before, just the way Ramsdale is as a person. Newcastle fans, it's a match made in heaven. He talks to the fans all the time. It doesn't Champions League, quote unquote. It didn't make sense for me because Pope, and you've had to kind of fight him for an England place, so it'd be interesting. There's a lot of positive fans, man, but I just think, if I'm honest with you, yeah, I think where I look at the content game, and this is why it's now about getting. And again, I'm gonna make sure you look out on my community tab, because whether you have a YouTube channel or you're just a normal fan that wants to get your thoughts off, man, I need you lot to. We're gonna start making content and giving you lot a home, because I think personally, I look, you know, foresight's probably one of my biggest strengths. I look around now. Normal fans don't really have a voice, bro. Like, it's just weird and wacky dons. Like, man, are making YouTube accounts, and there's nothing wrong with it, because you know, if you don't say anything controversial, you make out everything's great, you're gonna end up in press conferences. Likewise, yeah. If there's and be positive for positive sake. I'm not for that. Like, the reasons to be positive, the reasons to be negative. I'm on the balance thing. But if you do that, you're going to get somewhere. Obviously, the negative thing. Sometimes, man, are negative. There's plenty of negative fans that I feel are quite logical, and there's reason behind their negativity. So I'm not talking about them. But there's man that will just F and blind and scream for no reason because people want to laugh at these things. I don't think it's ever. I think the realm we're in now, there's an element of authenticity gone. Like, it's gone and it's not changing, bro. Like, it's people look like industry plants, man. I'm not gonna lie. Big up yourself, Ash, though, regardless. Imagine looking back in 10 years and seeing we've had Saliba, Saka, Rice, Gabriel, Odegaard, Zubi, Timber, and 1-0. I rebuke it in Jesus' name. Round of 16, Carabao Cup is Brighton. I see no one speaking about that fixture. They'll be amazed when we trip over. I'm not going to lie, Sean. That's not an idiot game. I'll be real. Let me look, because I'm sure Arteta's going to have to box very cleverly. Like, and again, you know what? We waffle about the squad now and squad depth and that. You're going to have to, because yeah, you're going to have to, innit? But for me, that's probably the only game you could say maybe mass rotation. But do you want to rotate against Brighton? Because I think we have a legit chance of the League Cup. I feel this is the first year we've had it. Obviously, we're not going to win everything. I'd love to. We actually have a squad that can compete. That's a realistic chance of silverware. Obviously, it's the first final. You never know what that could do for everyone. I wouldn't say it takes pressure for Arteta's back, but it stops certain things in the players. So do you really want to rest players? But then when you deep it, like, I feel like I've looked at our fixture calendar list far too much. Where does the rest come? Obviously, we're going to have to box clever. There's been a lot of football. Certain players have had a lot of football, not just this season, but last year. There's been injuries, people playing for their countries, all these kind of things. Fulham away, we all know, regardless, the best team needs to go out there. Atletico Madrid, the best team needs to go out there. Zubimendi and Rice, do me a favor in that game. Get yellow cards so you missed the Slavia Prague game and you're back for Bayern Munich. But, like, look at it. Like, on the 18th of October, we got Fulham away, and we need to win that. Fair enough, Arsenal. Newcastle on paper ain't been kind to us. Step in the right direction with winning that. Same with West Ham at the Emirates before the break. Fulham, let's go win it, because Fulham away, it's never been plain sailing recent years. But yeah, on the 18th of October, then what? Couple days later, you've got Atletico. Fair enough, you got a 5-day kind of break, even though it takes anything from 24 to 48 hours to recover from a game of football. Crystal Palace, best team you got there. I think Glasnier has won Manager of the Month. Give or take, I would say them and Bournemouth, for me anyways, best informed teams in the Prem, if that makes sense. Yeah, you could say Liverpool and Arsenal because they're first and second, but just from using my eyes, I think they've started really impressively, and it's Palace, in it. Like, yeah, they ain't got Eze, but they've got many players that can harm us. They beat Liverpool, in it. So and you know what they did to us last year at the Emirates. So difficult game. 3 days later, you've got Brighton. So where does the rest and the rotation and the boxing cleverly come into it? Because hopefully we dump Brighton out and they have an off day. But if they push us to our limits, that's cool. We're through. We'll be happy. A couple of days later, you got Burnley. You should be beating Burnley, but that's going to be one of those, kind of like how we beat Olympiacos and West Ham. It's probably not going to be a goal fest. Just get the goals, win the game, and come out of there. Burnley are going to be up for it. Their fans will be making mad noise. So where's the rotation? For me, I get it. It's the League Cup. You could say rotation. My personal thing is I don't really want to do that in that kind of game, but you could say there. Definitely Slavia Prague, with the greatest of respect. Like, whatever team goes out there, as long as we're not playing under sevens, they should be winning those games. But then again, at their place, you never know. Sunderland's not easy. On paper, yeah, we should be winning. But they're not performing how I thought they'd perform. They've actually impressed me as well. They're doing their thing. It's an evening fixture. So there's no rest for the wicked, man. And then after the Sunderland game, we get to breathe. And the great news is there's another international break. And then after that international break, North London derby. I still think we'll beat Spurs and we'll move to them. I can never say I'm scared of them, but I prefer Postecoglou to be there. Thomas Frank, he's more proactive in all facets of the football pitch, innit? Postecoglou was, I'm just attacking. That's going to drain us. 3 days later. And again, all these fixtures, I think, are subject to moving and all those things, but you've got Bayern Munich. We need to bop them. Remind them that it's not that Arsenal anymore that used to slap us on our heads. And company, I'm on you. You told us Lukonga was next year at Toure. We need to mash you up. Chelsea away, if I'm honest, last 2 years at Stamford Bridge, we've been fucking about. Make sure that's not the case. And then what? Brentford at home, yeah, it's not Thomas Frank's Brentford. They're still good. Villa away, starting to find their form. So we know this, innit? We know the dynamics. But my thing is, every game's almost coming like must win type of thing. Like, there's nowhere. And to be honest, you could say this is better than our first 6, but we need to go on a run, but there's not really. Obviously, I'm confident in my team, but there's not really 3-4 games. You're like, yeah, that's a 9 points, that's a 12 points there. It's not really there because I can't convincingly tell you. Let's just focus on the Prem, for example. Palace, Burnley, Sunderland, North London derby. Like, you know what? Again, you'd have to ask me, but you know what? If I predict it, Palace is scary. You know, I think we'll get out of there. 2-1 Arsenal. Eze scored a winner. Get out of there. Burnley, I think it won't be pretty. 3 points. 1-0 Arsenal. I think Gabriel or someone from a set piece will get out of there. North London derby 3-0. Light them up. Simple as that. Sunderland, we might lose, you know. It actually kind of scares me under the lights. That is them games where you see our team look tired. And even sure it was against Newcastle. Arteta was giving his press conference. And he was like, oh, yeah, in the second half, you could see that the boys were tired because they played. I think we played in Europe as well. So I'm always trying to bear these things in mind. But again, this is nothing new to us or any other team. Get on with it, innit? Wrap the players up in cotton wool. Trust the boys where you need to trust them. And this is where everyone's going to get their chances, bro. Like, I'm not saying everyone's going to get suitable football, but like, come on. Look at the run from now to the end of the year. We won't even go into January. To the end of the year. There's games for everyone. The Wanyeris, the Dalmans, the Odegaard, Kai Havertz, Gabriel Jesus. Anyone who's not fit, get yourself fit immediately. So, yeah, man. Nah, I ain't, you know, but big up them. Most important fixture this month is Brighton in the League Cup. I hear it. I hear the angle that you're going with, Sean. And it probably is because it's knockout, innit? But the ones that I'm thinking about is Atletico and Palace. It's probably Palace the most. As they not ruthless. At least they can be better, bro. Who you lot got? Who you lot got though? Who you lot got though? At least they can be better. Who have you lot? Who has Man United got? Who has Man United got? Who has Man United got? Who have you lot got? Focus, because they're both better than Cunha. And I don't even want to do that, but boy, Cunha hype. Crazy. Focus, man. Havertz is better than Gyokeres. Lavia mostly unfit. Enzo's been a passenger in midfield most of the season by the admission of Chelsea fans. Caicedo the only one I rate. I rate Caicedo highly. I think Enzo's a good midfielder. At the end of the day, he's a World Cup winner, and you know his CV speaks for itself. But for me, I just like, what is he good at? As dumb as that sounds, like, what are you? Obviously, I know you can pass a ball. You arrive into the box. Like, what is your outstanding attribute? Every time I watch Chelsea, it's like, what are you really? Like Caicedo, cool. You clamp, man. You win the ball back. You do all of this. Lavia, I rate Lavia highly. You lot know I wanted the summer we signed Rice. I wanted 2 midfielders. I wanted Lavia and I wanted Rice. Because I think Lavia at the time that I just looked at him as you're the replacement for Partey before he needs replacing, if that makes sense. So yeah, man. Positive fans are going extinct, Ash, bro. Even the good ones are being brainwashed. For me, I just think I just think you got to be balanced, man. I'll always like when there's time to be negative, I'll be negative. But at the same time, I kind of look at football how I look at my life. Like you look at what's negative, you look what's going wrong. You don't run away from it. You speak about it, you scrutinize it. But it's like, what are you going to do with it then? Like, what are the positives? And when everything's going positive, you need to look for things of areas of improvement. Like, if we lose 5-0, I'm not going to say all this nonsense. Like, I'm sorry, but there's been times where I've seen Arsenal fans come out and say, like Sean's talking about the League Cup, right? We've gone out the League Cup and man are like, oh, no, it's all right. It's not a priority. We're focusing on other things. Why can't you say that, yeah, you hear that, but it's a cup. You don't want to win trophies. Like, when you actually sit there and break it down, yeah, obviously, we're top 6 fans, typically, innit? We always focus on the Prem and the champs and this and that. But when you look at the amount of footballers that start their careers and end it and participate in League Cups, FA Cups, World Cups, all these trophies, how many actually, like for the active players, I wouldn't even be able to tell you of the 20 teams in the Prem, how many players are registered, but how many players actually win things? When you deep it, not many players actually win stuff in their careers, full stop. So when there's an opportunity, why not? And for me, I don't think we've earned that right to turn these things. The fans, the players need a day at Wembley, man. So, yeah, be interested, man. Arteta needed to be in all comps, can't lose in the 3rd round. Hey, Grimsby hype. You know where the loss is coming from, always the way. But that's the thing, man. We lose a game, everyone throws their toys out the pram. We win, everything's going to be amazing, man. The only truly test is Chelsea away, but Arteta has a good record. United Ultra, you're smoking. Definitely not. There's more tests. If anything, for Arsenal as well, yeah. Like as I said, the last 2 times at Stamford Bridge have been mad. But if anything, the bigger games, as an Arsenal fan, and I'm sure they'll agree with me, as if anything, the traditional top 6 were kind of cool against them. Yeah, we lost to Liverpool, kind of vex around, you know, vex around how it could have went against City. Obviously, nice to beat Newcastle. The result was great against United. The performance wasn't, but we'll take the 3 points, give or take. It's not always plain sailing. It's the other teams, really, that, to be honest with you, it is the Crystal Palaces, it is the Burnleys, it is the Sunderlands, it is the Brentfords and the Villas that you're like, oof. And especially a couple of the games, like, why do you think? I think another reason a lot of us Arsenal fans are kind of happy and a bit more over bullish is we thought Newcastle was going to be dark. The performance and the result was great. West Ham, so we was happy about Newcastle. We thought, okay, cool, good day out. It's not, West Ham isn't in a good moment. It isn't as difficult, but it's still one of those kind of games. Cool, over the line. Fulham. Forget, I even skipped over that. Fulham away scares me more than Chelsea away. And that's not to say, like, obviously Chelsea are a good team. They can beat us. As I just said earlier, I'm a bit vexed because I think the last 2 performances at Stamford Bridge have been, like, we've shot ourselves in the foot, have been very frustrating, if I'm honest. But Fulham away, it's them kind of games. But you know what they say, man? Everyone's got to play everyone twice. Every game's difficult. No easy games, all that stuff. So just win the games, innit? You win, I'm happy. You draw, I'm indifferent. You lose, I'm vexed. When I say theoreticals, I mean he is never available, so it's hard to propose a team with him in it as something realistic. Who are you referring to there? BR, one love, my guy. I like Lavia, man, but injuries are going to shag him, man. Injuries are going to shag. And it's sad, man. It's sad. The EPL is that difficult, bruv. Good morning, A. Burnley and Sunderland aren't easy like past promoted teams. A 2-1 win might have to do. And they're going to be rocking because I always look at these teams. I wish I put myself in Sunderland's shoes or in this avenue, Sunderland's shoes, right? What have you got to lose? The whole point of getting promoted was to play in the Premier League, was to play against the bigger teams and play in these kind of games. Also, if you're Sunderland, if you lose, it's not making any headlines. If you win, it's mad for Arsenal. So you've got nothing to lose. And from a playing point of view, if you're a striker for Sunderland and you're playing Arsenal, who's one of the best defensive sides and got some of the best defenders, as an attacker, you're gonna be fearless and relish that because I might get to see how really good I think I am. If I have a good game, I might actually be better than I thought. So it's them kind of ones, and it's under the light. You know what time it is in that? They have the only thing, and they got Xhaka. The only thing that makes me a bit happier is I don't think Sunderland play as conventionally as I thought they would, if I'm honest. And I think they've got fairly youthful side, if I'm honest. And I wonder for Bellingham's brother, did it make? I'm not gonna say it didn't make sense, but you're not really playing at Dortmund. You could have had a year in the Prem, Sunderland, and left regardless, man. Stubborn managers, bro. You know, managers live in their own heads. You've got to be a bit stubborn as a gaffer, man. It's jarring because it's a double-edged sword. It just kind of shows how life is hypocritical, innit? Like you've got to find that balance of being stubborn and being the opposite. Because if Fergie wasn't stubborn, if Wenger wasn't stubborn, if Pep, Conte, Klopp, even in some incidences or elements, if they weren't stubborn, then they might not have Jose. They might not have achieved what they want. But at the same time, you have to be humble. And for me, I don't know how the season's gonna pan out. But you see how I said, like, the Newcastle game, Olympiacos, West Ham, and how I felt before that. That kind of gives me a bit of confidence because maybe you're learning, gaffer. Like, maybe. Because you have to know when to switch up things. But then again, not to take anything away from the gaffer, but it's that I do think your hands were kind of tied, really. Because there's been some injuries, like Gyokeres, whatever you say about him, you've had to play him because there's no Kai. There might be different conversations. Odegaard's been in and out the side. There might be conversations. You kind of had to, it's kind of picked itself to a degree, if it makes sense. Burnley and Sunderland will roll a nasty low block. Gyokeres needs to show up. Rice, outstanding attribute has nothing to do with on the ball. DG Mustafi was a World Cup winner, and we all know how that turned out. It's a great time to be an Arsenal fan. We need to win some shit. As soon as it's the Liverpool match, Lavia rises like the Undertaker. Yeah, he loves playing against you lot. He loves playing against you lot. We're in a good spot, man. Chelsea away. Bro, we shot ourselves in the foot last year. Obviously, Pedro Neto scored that screamer, but the sequences of play jarred me. The year before that, obviously, I'm sure that was the year they had that Buki penalty where Saliba's allegedly handballed it, but I was vexed with Arteta. The lineup he went at, the midfield was getting overrun. It was a very tough 45 minutes. I could be making it up, but I'm sure even Sterling was terrorizing us. So that needs to improve. The only time, well, to be fair, the years before that, like I've seen Eddie and Smith Rowe and all these guys turn up at Stamford Bridge. Best game recent at Stamford Bridge. First year Zinchenko, really. We're in a good spot, but it doesn't mean anything. Losing in a cup can lead to more losses. Don't make losing a routine. Facts. Exactly. The point, trophies are not an all-you-can-eat buffet. There's only so much per year season. Yeah, exactly. But we need to be in the buffet now. We're hungry. We're hungry. We're smashing both check back. I hope so. I hope so. Oil money. We're outside. What? United got a new owner? Well, because United never had money before. Ooh. What you lot gonna do? Sign some great players and then do the 11s how they're better than us, and then ultimately they get slapped on the pitch and they do fuck all. I am not scared of anything United could do. You brought back Paul Pogba, Cristiano Ronaldo, told me how good Jadon Sancho was. Tried to tell me Lisandro Martinez is better than Gabriel. Some of you were shameless and said Harry Maguire better than Van Dijk. This one's great. You lot even gassed up Onana, icy free goalie. You knew it was going to be horrible. All of these things, and fuck all happened. There's no one in England Arsenal cannot beat. Everyone can beat everybody. Happy Friday as well, man. United spent as much as well, close, bro. Dead. Say that without crying. BR, you know this is tired, man. I'm ignoring you now. I'm only talking to people that are still in all comps. Come on, man. Big up Jim Radcliffe. He wants Amarin to stay. I think it's easy to blame the manager. I think you got to blame the players. I think he's true to his principles. I think you lot need to be a bit fair. But come on, man. It's a Friday. It's a Friday. Come on, Arsenal fans and other fans. Why are we going to talk about Man United? Anyways, away from all of that, though, folks, man, let's crack on. Later today, 3 p.m., I'm going to be here with Graham. So, yeah, you lot join us. You lot go get some questions in, all that good stuff. Going to do like a season review so far, ask him about Gyokeres. I don't know why it says Gyokeres linked. But anyways, and yeah, we're just going to have a good old chat. Ain't got to do content with him for a minute, so it'd be nice. Tomorrow, I did an edited piece around Semenyo, people. You don't want to miss that. So, yeah, make sure you're there. That goal was history for Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka is now Arsenal's highest scorer for England with 13 goals. Well, Arsenal's highest goal scorer for England with 13 goals. The first time since 1992 that an England starting 11 didn't feature a single player from Chelsea, Liverpool, United. See, I wouldn't have guessed the Liverpool one. I wouldn't have guessed the Chelsea one. I would have thought Man United if that was a pub quiz. It could be bad news for Odegaard. Apparently, a former doctor gives bleak prognosis over severity of Arsenal midfielder's knee injury. Now, fingers, toes, everything crossed. But once you hear knees and MCLs, it don't look good. And stop, start for Odegaard, didn't it? And this one's got to be a bitter pill to swallow because it's a new injury. You did well off the bench against Newcastle. You know, done your thing against Olympiacos. We've had this conversation with Arsenal fans. Oh, is Eze going to get dropped for Odegaard? Eze, Arteta said, F it. Zubi, you're coming out the team. It's one of you. And we were robbed of seeing what that could do in it. So, yeah, you have to sit down. Hopefully, Wanyeri gets some opportunities as well. I don't have information about exactly what the MRI showed, but based on the injury video, it could be a lateral ligament injury. If it's such an injury, Odegaard risks being out for 6 to 8 weeks, but it depends on the size. It could be a more extensive injury, cruciate ligaments maybe. In that case, the period on the sidelines could be even longer. And at 26, it sucks, man. And yeah, he did have a knee brace on, which could be a precaution. Arsenal's William Saliba said trophies will come quickly. Oi, you rival fans laughing. Unexpected high bill. Smash the like button and subscribe. We all know he extended his contract at Arsenal. He's now here until 2030. What specifically has he said? I'm lacking trophies, but they will come quickly because we have a good manager and a good squad. I want to continue at Arsenal because I feel at home there. I want to settle there in the long term. And you saw the banter Kanate was doing against him. What's this? Apparently, Madueke confused senior figures at Arsenal. What's going on? Senior figures at Arsenal pushed back on fan noise about Madueke. Bro, sign the guy, man. What specifically was said? Arsenal are a very interesting entry point into this, not just because of how sizable their fan base is online, but partly because of that. I know for a fact that when a lot of noise grew around Madueke when they were signing him, once he was in the door, pretty senior figures in the club felt they had to start to do things to counter this negative noise around him. So they did take tangible steps to address that, and I think that's actually been partly successful. It's been helped by his performances, of course. But then they would say that's why they signed him, because they knew he could be good despite the fan noise. I mean, whether I rate players or not, you're in a dangerous scenario if you're listening to fans and making decisions, people. So it is what it is. We don't need to read that. Arsenal open to transfer exit for 3 stars in January, including first team regular. TBR Football understands Arsenal are open to letting 3 stars leave, but won't actively push to move them on. It comes as the Gunners are looking at the squad stacked with talent, but with the challenge of balancing those minutes across all the players. Okay, so who's leaving? Arsenal are open to Trossard sales as well as Gabriel Jesus and Zinni. I mean, Zinni went Forest on loan. His contract is up. Unless Forest want to buy him or he comes back and he's sold, you've ate that bullet in it. You've just said, you know what, his contract's running out. Gabriel Jesus, I guess they'll be open to it, but purely from a footballing point of view, it could be worth hanging on to Gabriel Jesus for the season. But if you get an offer, fair play. But is there going to be an offer that is anything excluding? Surely it would only be a loan for Jesus. Because think about if you're buying him. Yeah, you know Gabriel Jesus is a talented player, experience, all that stuff. But he's going to be on big wages, even if he gets significantly less. You don't know his fitness, innit? He ain't put a run of games together. So it's going to be a loan. So if he's going to go on loan, I hear it, but you might as well just keep him at the club then. Because I do think, I can't lie, a part of me wants to, there's a couple of things I want to see at Arsenal. Part of me wants to see Gyokeres, Saka, Gabriel, a fit Gabriel Jesus left wing, Eze in the 10, and we maneuver really and truly. There's this season, like all these players should just be like tools in a toolbox. There's something there. In the same way, it's a bit radical, yeah, but I'd love to see Rice. You can rest for 45 minutes, but Zubamendi in the 6, Odegaard, Eze, or do what you want. Saka go to the left for me. Wanyeri go to the right for me. But Odegaard, Eze, Wanyeri, Wenger bolting. All of you lot swap positions, just do mad stuff. Like I just want to see that. I just want to see it. I know it's not gonna happen, but as it stands, none of the current squad have contracts expiring in 2026. Ain't Zinchenko's, unless they've extended it. And given the lack of natural churn from that, there are questions over which players will stay or go in the next year. There's actually rumors on social media after Timber, Odegaard will get a contract renewal. With such a big squad, TBR Football understands that the Gunners are open to letting Trossard, Jesus, and Zinchenko leave on a permanent deal, but won't force an exit. So this is just a fancy way of saying what we already know. They're not going to force them out the door, but these guys are available for the right price, and maybe Bert will drum up some business. I don't know. I think Jesus is your best striker. I disagree. He's our best left winger, though, because there's a lot of people that can play left wing. You could put Eze out there, Trossard out there, Nelly out there, Madueke out there. Exclude Saka because you want him on the right. And I'm definitely missing someone. But who is the one? DG, what do you think of Mascara's ceiling is, honestly? I don't know, bro. I'll be honest, I don't know. I don't know. It's down to him. But I think he could be a top player. Like, I don't know. It's show and prove. My hot take is I think he's going to get a run at right back. And I say run subjectively, you know. I say it subjectively. What I mean is when we need to rest Timber, I think that's where some game time could happen for him. I'll wait for his doctor as well, man. But yeah. What are you gassed about, BR, though? Like, have I missed something? And you're getting Mbappe. I don't know. Maybe you're just trolling. Maybe you're drinking alcohol. I don't know what you're on, but fair play, lad. Graham Bailey has said, as we know, Zinchenko could still leave permanently. There's a fair chance of that happening. Zinchenko is currently on loan at Nottingham Forest with a deal that expires in 2026, but the January transfer window could offer a permanent switch before then. It will also depend on how Gabriel Jesus' situation develops. At the moment, it doesn't look like he has a long-term future at Arsenal, though he could still turn that around. Trossard is another one to watch. He got a pay rise recently, but there's still a realistic chance he could leave in January as well. That said, Arsenal aren't pushing anyone out. They're happy with the squad as it stands. If you get offers, you've got something to consider, but come on, man. It's a summer thing. Trossard, we're going to need you. Jesus, we're going to need you. All these players are going to be needed. If an opportunity arises, they'll look at it. I can imagine the Rodrigo conversation coming up again, given his struggles at Madrid, where he's not getting any minutes. He's not leaving mid-season. If that option becomes available and Trossard were to move on, it wouldn't be beyond the realms of possibility. They were considering it before, so it's something to keep an eye on. Now, I didn't expect us to get 8 players. I didn't expect us to get Gyokeres. I didn't expect us to get Eze. You never know what could happen, but come on. We've spent a lot. We've got a good squad. When we was down to our bare bones last year in January, we didn't buy anyone. So now we're stocked. We're not going to... Of course, there could be a player too good to turn down. There could be a young player. There could be other things. But wishful thinking, if I'm honest with you. I believe more in outgoings than incomings, if that makes sense. The assistant to Viktor Gyökeres' agent said... He said the Sporting wanted to send him to United because they offered a higher fee. Fair enough. There were crazy amounts offered from Saudi Arabia. We were supposed to act in our best interest. Do we also have a percentage of any fee? Of course. It's a lot of money. Maybe Victor should respond to that someday. I don't think we pressured him once to accept the offer. At the end of the day, the money comes and goes. And this, wish I could say that. And this move to Arsenal brings us a lot of market in Sporting and had concluded a deal with United behind our backs. That was the problem. I mean, the game's the game. It's a dirty game, bro. It's a dirty game. Izan Khan of the Daily Mail said it's understood that if it weren't for Kai Havertz's injury, he would have started the campaign as Arsenal's number 9, not Viktor Gyökeres, who was identified as someone who needed time to bed into a new league system and environment, folks. It's understood Arsenal are open to offers for Gabriel Jesus in January. With his contract expiring in the summer of 2027, the player is edging towards full fitness for the new year. So that's our new January signing. Is anything new here? As we stop off, if you haven't hit the like button, what are you doing, folks? Nothing of significance here, so we'll just keep it pushing. Boy, people want to say a lot about Declan Rice. I'll let the former pro speak. And who better than Steven Gerrard, one of the best to have kicked a ball in the middle of the park in England. In the Premier League, I think Declan Rice is a really, really good midfielder. I like an awful lot about him. I like the kid. I like his mentality. I like the way he's gone to the next level at Arsenal. He's adding different things to his game. I think he'll be a really, really tough, strong opponent, a good challenge. He's gone up a level. Let's keep it going because that's Gerrard. This is Lampard. Apparently, Frank Lampard thinks Arsenal man Declan Rice picks himself for England at the moment. I think Declan Rice picks himself because he's such an outstanding talent. Big him up for captaining them and what he's done and for what he's done, deservedly so. And he's an all-rounder. Finding the right player to play in the 10 is a difficult one. I think Anderson's done really well coming in. Yeah, Anderson's done well. I wonder why Newcastle sold him and playing and giving a nice balance and something new for us to see. Come on. So Lampard, legend. Gerrard, legend. But you want me to debate with people on Twitter with anonymous accounts? What has Jamie Carragher said? I don't want to hear anything from Carragher unless he's agreeing with us. Caicedo is very close, but he wouldn't be the best for me. If you're talking all-round midfielder, Declan Rice would just pip Caicedo for me. I think he's just got a little bit of extra quality with the ball, true. But it's a good debate, man. Pure centre mids. Rice is up there. Caicedo's up there. Tonali's up there. Gyokeres is up there. Gravenberch is up there. I'm just happy we got Rice. Certain man got Ugarte. Crazy works. Crazy works. Again, Zubamendinho. Would you lot make of this from Martin Keown? Across Europe, I don't see anybody that has come in and integrated so well, made such an impact as Martin. The goals he scored against Forest, the header, but he makes everything tick. He's the conductor. You take him out of the team, you miss him. He came on the weekend against West Ham, and it was seamless when he came on. Odegaard going off would have been an absolute disaster last season. But not this season. It's going remarkably well. It's about keeping calm, building on that confidence, hoping everyone comes back from international duty. Lots of lads have got a big mid-week now to try and qualify for the World Cup, but the Arsenal story is going well. It needs to end well, man. You know, John Stone spoke about City parking the bus. It was not planned for us to do that. I think when you're in a game, you get in different scenarios and you have a feeling of pressure, or there's a sense within the game that you just have to do that. The guys took initiative and did it. I think that's why it caused such a stir and became such a big talking point. It wasn't planned. It definitely not in our DNA as a team to go out and do that. We don't want to do that. I believe it isn't the way to go out and win football matches by sitting on the edge of the box. I played against it enough to know how frustrating it is. It's true, Stones, and I know you've been at City, but don't forget your roots. You was at Barnsley, you was at Everton. Don't act like you've never been involved in this. Before you was eating the mad stuff, the paella and the great stuff that Pep brings and the nutritious stuff, you was in the trenches. Don't forget yourself, even though you're not wrong. I love Stones, man. Need you to stay fit for England as well, man. We need you. I'm not convinced with England defensively. I think I'm not convinced with the centre-back pairings. I'm not convinced with the fullbacks. Yeah, man, it's still coming on, but it's not coming on. So yeah, I've played against it enough to know how frustrating it is, how difficult it is to soak up all that pressure for a long period of get the game. It was a mixture of things, definitely not a tactical setup from us. It was more just a feel in the game, and it's a difficult one for me to say. Looking back at it now, it's very uncharacteristic. So you lot were pussies. It weren't nothing to do with Pep. Big bad bottlers Arsenal. Had you lot shook? Okay, Martinelli. We got to win something this year. Paul Scholes has to, you know what? Scholes, that's what you said. I think you can always feel a good team coming, like we did with City for a few years. Arsenal aren't quite winning the league yet. No, we're just not winning the league yet. But you watch them and think they're good. Yeah, at least you can be non-biased. At the start of the season, I never saw that in Arsenal until the Newcastle game. They took the handbrake off a little. He started playing Eze and Odegaard came into the team again. Suddenly, they're playing the type of football of a team you would expect to win the league. Saying you think they're capable, you're never going to know until it happens. We're definitely capable, but until you get over the line, you've shown you're not capable, if it makes sense. So, yeah. Like, are people honestly ignoring that Spain played England to win the Euro 2024 and saying a World Cup win 11 years ago is irrelevant to today? Damn. Gonna miss the rant show this week. Are you on any other channels recently? Cheers for the last DG. Fizzy, appreciate you. I'll be on Famzone TV at 5:30. Rants is on holiday, so back on Friday. And yeah, like I'm just here at 3 p.m. with Graham, and that's just it, man. If I'm honest, big up yourself though, man. Oh, you lot are having some debate in the chat. Martinelli was named Arsenal Player of the Month for September, and he joins Calafiori in getting one of them awards. Calafiori won it in August, Martinelli won it in September. I'll be real, Timber should have won it. Timber weren't even nominated, so come on now. What's going on here? Apparently, talks with Bukayo Saka regarding a contract extension at Arsenal are now nearing its conclusion. It's understood there is an absolute confidence at the club that Saka will sign new terms. It's a matter of when, not if. Thank the Lord and his lucky stars, mate. Sources close to Arsenal point to how in previous seasons, opponents would stick 2 players on Bukayo Saka. Now, because of Gyokeres' brute strength and ability to pull defenders out of position with direct runs, it's him that is often being doubled up on, which is helping the team more broadly. Fair enough. That is one thing you're doing. I did mention this earlier, but Arsenal are determined to keep club captain Martin Ødegaard by tying him down to a new deal. He'll become the 5th player to enter new contract negotiations. Saliba's obviously signed. I believe Ryan's done. I don't know why it says soon. Timber's in talks. We hope Saka will get over the line. PSG and Bayern Munich have been linked. I don't know for the source though. Norway captain, Arsenal captain playing in England, Spanish source. It's not making sense to me, but fair enough. You don't know I'm never going to stop the Semenyo agenda. Apparently, United have moved ahead of Liverpool in the race to sign him. 9 goals, 9 GA in 7 starts. Semenyo is sick. I can't lie to you. Liverpool on him. Liverpool have been linked with him and Elise, so it'll be interesting. Kanate was obviously teasing Saliba about not winning a Prem. Just a bit of bants. You know, people are going to cry. Zubamendi won Arsenal goal of the month, by the way, folks. What is this? Oh, I was reading that earlier, so I won't bore you lot with that. Neither will I bore you lot with this, people, because we've gone over the stadium. Norgard reveals planning for next move after contract expires. Calm down, Norgard. You just signed for us, and we're going to need you as we're waiting on our young players to get seasoned. What have you said here? Big up Guna, man. DG, your best 3 signings in the Arteta era. Gabriel Magalhaes, Declan Rice, Timber. If I'm honest, I was gonna unpopular one. I think Odegaard could be the unpopular one. I know they've left, and I know we're in a different realm, but I would say you could say for the service and how they helped us in that period to get over like into a next zone and a next realm. Yeah, I actually think Ramsdale, White, Gabriel Jesus, and Zini for that. Like Zini introduced that invertedness. Jesus obviously took his role to another level. Obviously, they've fallen by the wayside, but for their periods, you could say them. But yeah, if I had to, on reflection, I don't think Thomas Partey. You know what? To answer your question, Gabriel Magalhaes, Declan Rice, Timber. Norgard has said, I can guarantee that Arsenal will be my last club abroad. I still want to return to Brøndby when my contract at Arsenal expires. My contract is 2 years with the option of a further year. Crazy. Fair enough. You're already planning. I would be happy to stay at Arsenal for an extra year if things develop in that direction. If it turns out it wasn't the right match, we'll go home to Denmark after 2 years. Fair enough. I'm happy that the Denmark manager still sees me in a big role in the national team, even though my club situation has changed after moving from Brentford to Arsenal. Absolute professional, because you must have been briefed that, yeah, you can fight for your spot and that, but it's a bench thing. Kivior reveals Mikel Arteta conversation that led to Porter move. Let me guess, he didn't want you to leave, which you could say because we brought Hincapie in and that was contingent on you going on loan and us bringing him in. But come on, man, you're not one of them guys like that. Arteta's probably had to tell you to just shut up for a number of years. I laughed at that information because it was the exact opposite. Arsenal didn't want to let me leave London and didn't agree to a transfer for a long time. I was valued for the player and footballer I was. Nobody wanted to get rid of me. Great, but blessings, because now Hincapie is an evident upgrade on you. The club didn't want to let me go, and it took a long time for them to agree to the transfer. I was valued there. No one wanted to get rid of me. Arteta didn't want me to leave for Portugal either, so I never felt unwanted. The decision to leave was entirely mine. I wanted to play, but with Gabriel and Saliba ahead of me, the chances were slim. I convinced him, in brackets, Arteta, myself. I went to talk to him and explain how I saw everything. He understood my ambitions and my desire to play, and he thanked me for how I behaved both as a person and player. He accepted my reasoning, spoke with the sporting director, and things moved quickly after that. At one point, they were calling my phone every day. They fought hard and never gave up, even after several rejections from Arsenal. They showed how much they cared, so I decided to bet on them. I had many offers, but when I saw Bednarek had joined, I told myself, if it works out, great, it will be great. Yeah, because that's his fellow countryman. It wasn't hard to say goodbye to London, especially thinking of the sporting opportunities. And yes, the weather helped too. It rains far less here. I wanted a better climate for my wife and our 2 dogs. We can spend more time outdoors by the ocean. The water's cold for now, but one day I'll go for a swim. Yeah, man, do your thing. Portugal, great country. You're happy because you're playing and you feel valued. The missus is great. The dogs are great. Porto's a massive club. Big up you, man. Big up you for what you did for us against Real Madrid. Because you stood up tall, but come on, man. We don't need to pretend these levels no more. It's too nice, bro. Like, we don't need... You can't have nice defenders. Lewis Skelly's not nice. Calafuri's not nice. Magalhaes ain't nice. Saliba ain't nice. Mascara ain't nice. Timber ain't nice. White ain't nice. He's a good youth. You're just not levels, bro. Respectfully. You've had some good moments, but playing with your boot against Brighton, ducking headers against Sporting, the Bayern Munich L, the Fulham stuff. You was a target, man. You just weren't levels, bro. Massive upgrade, Hincapie, mate. Massive upgrade. How long is Odegaard out for? Is Arteta being secretive? He's probably not going to tell the complete truth, but honestly, I don't know. Like, we'll probably find out. They probably know what they're looking at with Odegaard now. It's been a number of days. You'd imagine he's had several scans and tests and all these things. But for us as fans, we're not going to know until next week in his press conference if Arteta decides to be honest. But Arteta is a bit weird in a sense that he does what these managers do in that sometimes he makes out injury is more serious than it is. And then he sometimes makes out it's not as serious as it actually is. But every now and again, he kind of tells us. And he sounded, and again, I only can go off how I interpret it. And you see, to be fair, Rice played for England. It seems like Rice is cool. Odegaard is in a boot. Like his knee's in a brace. Sorry, he's in a brace. He's in a boot or whatever he is. And he seemed quite specific and kind of downbeat, if I'm honest with you. So I'm not expecting to see Odegaard anytime soon. Of course, we hope, and not just Odegaard, but any injured players around the world. You know, you want people to be fit, but Odegaard's not in my thinking now. It's the Eze's, it's the Wanyeris for Mikel Arteta, the option of Marino in midfield. He doesn't need to be asked twice. Newcastle only sold Anderson because of the PSR stuff. Surely he gets a move, especially if he keeps this up. Surely he gets a move. The problem is he's going to cost an arm and a leg, in it. Like everybody. Kivior is great. I wonder how clubs in England didn't sign him. Great. Good player. I'm being a bit disingenuous. Good player, but great. I'll take your word for it. UK Drilly official. Big up yourself, man. You're not trolling for once, my dog. Timber, Magalhaes, Odegaard in terms of value for money. Yeah, true. But Gabriel, in my mind, when Gabriel signed to where we are now, you could just look at Gabriel's development. It kind of shows the trajectory. Odegaard, 30-odd million quid. Timber, he's mine. I'd say Rice, man, because I know value for money and all of that. And to be honest, no one cares about his price tag. That was a game changer. That was a talismanic figure. That is the kind of man that you're telling me we moved to this Emirates for. But Odegaard don't fancy it no more. Is the vibe I get. Bear man, them just rush the dance and drill the girls. No, I think he fancies it, man. I like Odegaard, man. I got time for him. And to be honest, whether you fancy it or not, your bubble could pop because, yeah, you're the captain or whatever, but you've got an England international, an experienced player, someone that more fans would, if you're both fit, more fans would, at this moment in time, it's an Eze thing. You got Wanyery, looks hungry. I know he's 15, and in the short term, Downman's probably going to get his minutes right wing and that, but that's someone there. You might become obsolete, bro. Or you might have to become a squad player. And if you become a squad player, it's not that we need to sell you, but the club might look at you and even a Kai Havertz and say, oh, you know what? Maybe we can get someone with their skill set and their kind of role in the team, but significantly less. You like Odegaard and Kai are on big money. We actually need Kai to get back soon, if I'm honest with you as well, man. Appreciate you, CS. They're playing bashment. We'll call it dancehall. And that R&B flow's done. Odegaard. And to be fair, Odegaard is a dad now. There's a lot that's been going on. Whenever I say that, a lot of you get pissed off. This is the reason I keep saying this nonsense. Smash the like and subscribe. Unc's road to 100K. I don't know about this Unc stuff. There's only 3 humans that call me their uncle. I ain't no one's uncle, but I hear it, man. But on that note, though, people, I don't want to bore you lot. I don't want to give you lot DG content overload. We've spoken about many a thing. Football, live, content, perception. Someone said I'm losing weight, so I had to back off the top. So, yeah, but the good news is I'm back in an hour and 10 minutes. I've got Graham on the platform. I've just posted it in the chat. And tomorrow, tactical analysis on Semenyo, man. So, yeah, big up you lot, man. Without you lot, the platform's dead. We're building a tribe here. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, what are you doing? On that note, man, God bless everyone. One love.